Hi, this is Assemblywoman Pilar Schiavo. I wanted to report back to the community about a tour I did today at Chiquita Canyon Landfill. We were able to see the work that's happening on site and ask all the questions that we had. One of the things that we saw were the many wells that are being drilled. They're working on getting up to 140 wells and pumping out the leachate and the gases at the same time. To remove them as quickly as possible from the area that's the smoldering event. This is going to both tanks that are being held on site. The leachate is being treated to make sure it's not toxic and then transported off site to be treated again. The gases are going to directly to either the power plant where certain gases can be used to create power that actually goes into the grid and generates power for 10,000 homes in our community. And then the gases that cannot be used are burned off in a flare at 99.9%. And we were able to see the ground covering, the covering that's being put around the inactive part of the area where the event is happening, and see some of that has already been covered. There have been some delays in the rest of it being covered. It's probably delayed around approximately 10 days because of additional surveying of the space that they need to do to make sure that it's safe for people and large equipment to go on and do the work. And so the requirements for that just got increased in terms of severity that they wanted to address and assess. And so they have to redo that assessment now, which is pushing it back about a week. There's also expected to be rain this weekend, which could delay for a few days. And so originally there was the hoping that all of the covering would be installed at the end of the month. I would expect that that's probably going to go into the beginning of May now, if we're being realistic about when that's going to happen. Another thing that we learned about is, so much leachate is being taken out, but unfortunately there's not a lot of treatment facilities that are taking it or have capacity to take it. And so we're hoping that the state can be helpful to help increase capacity and help find other locations where it can be taken to, because it's one thing to pump it out, but if you don't have anywhere to take it to and get treated as quickly as you need to, they can't even pump at their maximum capacity right now because they don't have a location to offload it to. So that's one of the challenges I think that's really facing the work right now, and that's one that we want to work to help address. And we are going to be working directly with them, directly with our state agencies, to continue to make sure that we're doing as much as we can to address this crisis. We do now, all of the agencies that are working on this issue, both state agencies and the federal EPA that's overseeing all of the agencies, actually have a team on site and are working on site. They have weekly meetings where they're working directly with the operator to address what work needs to happen in the next week, what's happened in the past week. So there is constant communication and coordination happening between all the regulatory agencies to make sure that work is happening appropriately, safely, and our community is protected. And so that's going to continue to be a priority for us and the state to be as engaged and involved as possible and make sure that we can help move this work along as quickly as possible. And at the end of the day, community safety, protecting our environment is our priority, and we're going to make sure that we do that. Thank you.